and welcome to a video where, please excuse my air conditioning. It's gonna be on during the video. Maybe not the whole video, but it's like 105 degrees outside. I might be exaggerating. It might be 103 degrees outside, but
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
I can only handle so much. So I have got my pyramid here for the month of May. I was so confused putting this together because I simultaneously feel like I tested out a million things last month, but yet also tested nothing. Neither of which is true, but that is the way I'm feeling. But I was able to find technically 7 products, but 2 of them got paired together. So I've got a 6-product pyramid for you guys where I'll be able to tell you about the products I was using or testing the most, and or the products that I was enjoying the most, and or the products that I hated the most. I've got my whole bottom pyramid is bad products that I'd never want to go anywhere near my body again. So yay! Let's go over it. It's the best and worst of beauty, whether good or bad, here's the down and dirty. Yeah. Alright, so first off, I was so sad about these products. This is the one where I paired 2 things together. I did a full face of first impressions on this brand, and I was really looking forward to testing out these products. I mean, the whole brand of products. Unfortunately, it was pretty split down the middle. Like, either I really enjoyed the product or I just straight up hated it. It was awful to work with. It was awful just the whole time. And that would be these 2 products from Undone Beauty. I have got the Indie Lash Mascara, I believe it is called. And then why don't they have the product names on here? But it's the felt tip 3-way liner thing. Did you guys watch that video? Do you remember the pain, the agony? There was no pain, actually, I don't think. I think I stabbed my eye with the mascara wand once, but that's kind of par the course for any mascara. But these 2 products sucked. They were really bad. I did not enjoy them. I think the only redeeming quality to the liner anyways is that it actually does last all day and doesn't smudge. Like, that's cool. But unfortunately, the pigmentation is non-existent. It is hard to work with. The formula is oily, so it separates the pigment and the oil, so you don't ever get like a nice, deep, rich color payoff. It just was unpleasant to work with. I hated this thing. Although, like I said in the video, it has really good reviews, and the video where they show the model putting it on looks super easy and beautiful. So this might be user error, but I could not get this to work for the life of me. Mascara was semi-better in the sense that it looks like mascara, but I mean, it lasted all day, but it does flake. It's a really wet formula. The bristles are really pokey, so it just makes a mess. It also feels like you're putting some kind of a glue through your lashes. Like, it feels like lash glue on a wand that you are applying as mascara, which is just wrong in multiple different ways, but it just was not good. It didn't look good. Like I said, it didn't feel good. It just, overall, there was nothing good about it. So, fails. Like I said, I never want those on my face again. Now, the next product here is something that I wanted to love on my face. I mean, technically I want all products to work for me, but that's just not realistic. But this product, while I enjoyed it, the long-term effects, this broke me out so bad. And I feel like I kind of had the knowledge that that was going to happen because it happened with the Peach Perfect foundation, right? And maybe also the primer, but I especially remember the foundation because I remember I was gutted because that foundation looked beautiful and wore beautifully on my skin, but it has coconut water in it, and so does this. And people say all the time online that coconut water breaks them out, and I was never completely sure if I was one of those people, but I'm starting to think I'm definitely one of those people because it happened with that foundation. It happened with a facial spray that I'd gotten in a BoxyCharm at one point by Kopari, I think it was called. Used that for a couple weeks, broke me out terribly, and now this, I used this for the first couple months in May, and it felt really good, nice and hydrating. It smelled good. I love the smell of coconut, but like I said, it broke me out really, really badly. I love that there's SPF in here, etc. I wanted to love this. I really did. Did I say what this is? This is the Too Faced Hangover RX Good to Go Skin Protecting SPF 25 Moisturizer with coconut water, prebiotic and probiotic based ingredients formulated to make your makeup better. I don't know that it actually did that portion of the claim, but overall it broke me out really. Like, if you remember, there was a point in May where my skin got pretty bad. It was because of this, because like the week after I completely stopped using this, my skin cleared up again. So that's 100% the culprit, and I'm really sad about it. But I mean, there's other moisturizers. I'll live. Now this next product, this was a tough one. I mean, I knew it's something that I'm never gonna wanna wear again, but it's tough for me to say that I didn't like it, even though I didn't like it. I know that makes literally no sense. Did I mention it's over 100 degrees? My brain isn't fully functional, but this foundation also was not fully functional for me. This is the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. I really wanted to love this. I did, but I didn't. But I did. It was a weird one, I'm telling ya. Did you watch the weekly wear? I always throw these things up in cards, as well as have it linked down below if you missed it or want to check it out again. But overall, I didn't enjoy this. The application was really bad. The look of it upon initial application wasn't my favorite. It just looked like I was wearing a skin tint foundation type of a thing. The only reason why I say I kind of loved this, and I wouldn't, love is way too strong of a word, but I wanted to use the direct opposite of hate. Although I don't know that love and hate are direct opposites. Either way, this is not an English channel that I am the last person you want to ask for English advice, but this looks fantastic with wear. Like, it looks way better at the end of the night. I wish it could look initially as good as it does at the end of the night, but that being said, it also doesn't wear the greatest in the sense that it's not the most graceful fade, and also it wipes off and transfers. I don't know why. I guess I'm just really hanging on to that one good quality in this, is that I really thought it looked really nice at the end of the night in comparison to the beginning of the day. So I guess, yeah, that's... Is this a gaslighting relationship? Maybe. It's like, remember the good times. Oh, you mean the one good time that you provided me with, Fenty Beauty, when I tried you out? Yeah, but I was lightweight too. Okay, fine. The two good qualities you had, what about the bad ones? There's a lot of bad ones too. I'm not falling into this trap, you guys. Third on the bottom of the pyramid. Thank you, next. Moving on. Second tier of the pyramid, third product. This is a product that I actually really have been enjoying. The only reason it's lower than the other two, because the next two products I really enjoy as well. But the next two are ones that I would repurchase. This one I don't think I would. Maybe, but it's a maybe. This is the AG Hair Care Recoil Curl Activator. I had gotten this in my FabFitFun this past season. Had no expectations. I mean, I had never tried the brand before, AG Hair Care, but once I looked it up online, apparently people with curly hair really, really love this brand, and I think I know why. It does a great job at bringing out my curls. Now, the reason why I wouldn't necessarily repurchase this is kind of twofold. A, the scent is really strong in the beginning, and I don't love it. It's okay, and I can bear with it, and it doesn't last, but while I'm applying it, it's really strong. It's like a citrusy spa, kind of a hair care, natural smell. I don't know. I could completely see a lot of people really loving the smell of this. Or no, kind of a pina colada. It does smell like that too, but too strong of a pina colada. I don't love it. And also, it's a cream, which I know a lot of people love creams, and it does great things in my hair, so like I shouldn't have any complaints. I just personally don't like applying a cream. It's a textural thing, I guess. Like, I don't know, as a kid, I always hated playing in the sand pits or like the rock pits because you would get all that dust on your skin, and I hate that kind of a feeling. This is that same kind of a textural feeling where I hate the feel of this cream on my hands and then putting it on my wet hair, and it doesn't like sink in kind of, you know, as much as a gel or something. something does. It just kind of feels like it sits on top of it. So it's just the application process that I don't like, because aside from that, once it dries, I don't have any kind of a residue in my hair. My curls are nice and fluffy, and I feel like a bit more ringlety than normal with this in. That also might just be because the heat has been coming out lately and the humidity, but overall, as I said, this does do a great job. I will use the full bottle of this, and I do like the way it's making my curls look, but I just I don't know, is that silly of me to not like it because of the texture and the smell? I don't know, those are two pretty big things I think I can be perturbed by. But yeah, I definitely would be interested in checking out the brand other products, the brands. Didn't I tell you? Don't come to me for English advice. But yeah, I would definitely love to check to see if this brand has any gels or curl reactivation sprays type things, because overall, this does work very well. Now next up, I think a lot of you know that I have kind of, been on the hunt ever since Bite reformulated their agave nighttime treatment. I mean, I guess it hasn't been like a super intense hunt or anything, but I've definitely been looking for a replacement to replace their agave overnight treatment. It was my favorite, it was my holy grail. The one that they reformulated to make vegan, I like it, but I don't love it as much. It's not my be-all. Like the other one, the original one from Bite, it was like, I don't need to try anything else. This is it. This is my love of my life. But with the reformulation, it's like, I can find something else, So one that I tried out that I didn't know existed, but I saw it when I was perusing the aisles of Target one day, is this little guy from Burt's Bees, this overnight intensive lip treatment. I quite enjoy this, and I would definitely repurchase this. It's not my be-all end-all. It is not love of my life status or anything, but like I said, I have really been enjoying this. It's got a very, very light, sweet mint kind of a smell to it, and it works well. It's not as thick and substantial, I guess, as I personally like my lip treatments to be, but it does last all night and it feels really good. Like, it's nice and hydrating. So as I said, I would not be against buying another one of these. It's just not perfect for me, but as I said, I mean, if this is the only one that ever existed for the rest of my life, I'd be okay with it. It really wouldn't be a sad thing. This is actually really good. Plus it just reminds me of my teenage years where I would always have a tube of Burt's Bees on me, my Burt's Bees chapstick. There was always one in my pocket, there was always one in my backpack, there was always one in my purse, there was always one in my car, there was always one in my nightstand. I mean, I was your girl if you needed some lip balm throughout the day. But now, top of the pyramid, I think this should be no surprise to anyone. I mean, at least if you watch my channel regularly. I think I found my favorite foundation ever created. I thought I already had that foundation. I love you more than anything, darling. I don't think those are actually the words. This is the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator Tinted Skin Veil. I use the shade Fair. I mean, this is incredible. It ticks all the boxes. It's affordable, it's vegan, it's cruelty-free, and it's lovely on the skin. It's a delight to apply, it's a delight to wear. This stuff is incredible, and apparently it's one of those like unicorn foundations where it actually works across skin types. Like, most products when they say works for all skin types, I scoff at them and laugh, because that never seems to be the case. And I honestly thought that this would be one of those, in that it works so well on my oily skin, but it's almost to the point where I thought, if you have dry skin, it might be too drying. But lots of people, I shouldn't say lots, but definitely at least a handful of people in the comments of this video said that they have dry skin and they love this too. So, as I said, unicorn status. Wonderful, magical, holy grail status. This stuff is incredible. The only downside is the shade range. Wet n Wild. If you make this in like 40 more shades, you would have such a banger on your hands. You would have the most amazing money maker, I would think, because everyone would want to buy this because it works for everyone. but not everyone, because like I said, you don't make enough colors. However, if you can get your hands on this in a shade that works for you, even in a shade that's like close and you can use some kind of a mix-in to deepen or lighten it to work for you, get it. I rarely ever say that with products, that you need something, but especially for the summer here in these hot, humid months, I mean, listen, it's still probably gonna come off on your face in the heat and everything, but it's gonna do so gracefully and it's gonna be comfy while you wear it. It is glorious. I am so thankful that one of you in the comments recommended this to me because, as I said, I am fairly positive this is my favorite foundation ever created. It is gorgeous. So there you go, there you have it, ta-da, voila, that was my best and worst of beauty for the month of May. I hope you enjoyed it and got some good product recommendations and non-recommendations from me. You can let me know what your best and worst of beauty were for the month of May down below. Also, you can just let me know if you've tried out any of these products that I mentioned and did they perform the same or differently for you. I love hearing that kind of feedback and input and knowledge down below. You can also just let me know how you're doing, and or let me know if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, whatever the case may be, by giving it a thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap that notification bell down below and become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!